and inspire them to stand against Sauron. For if you do not oppose the army of Angmar, then all the lands of Middle-earth will fall forever into darkness and shadow. War is at hand. The time is now.
Howdy, 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 good afternoon. Howdy, CK, Lurk, Sticker, Magic's here as well. Good afternoon. Well, hope she is here anyway. Well, that's not her sat next to me. Mirage. How you doing, CK? So we're going to do a bit of handing in of the weeklies, hence why we're just logging in on the Capitan to start with, because we need to speak to the quartermaster, and then we shall switch to Laberg. Chryslerberg. Where are it? There we go. Wait, no, actually, let's just check. Have we had any kind of response from the GM on our ticket? That would be a no. So that was the 3rd of the 9th, and we're now on the 6th of the 9th. So nobody obviously wants to touch that hot potato, do they?
Let us not tarry.
Right, some more embers there. Excuse me.
Stop
that
the
one in.
enemy.
Boom. Right, that's that one done. Yep. And switcheroo. Ah, yeah. Log out. Logging in, logging out. Logging out, logging in. Let it begin. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Right, there we go. So, we need his theory. He's in the Wrath to us as well. Any Kiwi? You've just put the spanner in the works there, Keepy. Absolutely. You should never say that. Yeah, we do need work on this character when it comes to his legends. Let me just have a quick look at this legendary. So I did get these up to somewhat 74s-ish. But you can see his dagger needs so much work. That is ridiculous. Almost shocking. So the hunter definitely needs work. Around the corner to get to you know who. Quick look see here. Sigils for embers.
Be wary,
embers,
my friends.
Sigils.
Evil spoils these grounds. Let us
No,
not tarry.
finish now.
Now
Oh, yeah.
then.
That's another 1,000 there. Only 10, so I'm going to plonk him here because obviously he deals in embers. Let's just log out of him. Also, our champ does need a little bit of work, still on his rune. But then we need the burglar as well. So I've got to carry on with these weeklies. Gaining stuff. So, but definitely don't need to do anything on my warden. He's level 10. Oh, had to... now, CK, was it your own cat? That's the question. Was it your own cat or was it somebody else's cat? And where did you rescue it from? That's the question. Did you rescue it from the jaws of a dog? Ooh, I would love some rain today. It's hot, it's sunny, and it's painful for me. It's actually very overcast and cloudy here. We are due some showers. I'm just looking out the window. Hence why I'm looking that way, not that way. So I'll look out the window. And yes, the we are expecting some downpour. No, oh, not your cat. Okay. you got dragged into helping, did you? Right. So that's Spamicus. Just spam. Fine. He's sorted on that one. The only thing he's not sorted on is the shield. Spam doesn't need any work on that. It's just his virtues. He needs work on.
Be wary, my friends. Evil spoils these grounds.
There we go, some more
Be wary, my
embers.
friends. Evil spoils these grounds.
Ooh, actually. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Oh dear. Unfortunately for you, Keepy, you just logged in at the wrong time. Yep, I couldn't actually target you, to be fair. I really could not target you. It was... Oh, of course, they neglected to arrange a rehome. Cool. Well done, well done. Yeah, some people think they're not doing any problem by being actual twats to their cats and dogs and stuff. I was on a lot of my other characters. It was only this one that I'd left here. Right, so... log out Spamicus. Just doing my fantasy football team. Is Brewster getting loaned out? I actually don't know, to be fair. I think... see, this is the problem with the fantasy team, is you've got to put it all in before the end of the transfer, and then all of a sudden you're then having to rearrange your team. I think he will. I think he's going to get loaned out to another Premiership team, just to give him Premiership experience. Yeah, I just... Hang on. Jürgen, come on. What's happening with Brian Brewster? Come on, we need to know. What do you mean you don't know? You need to know. I need to tell Nutley Boy. Nutley Boy's just not happy that you're not in the know. And he's giving me grief. Come on. Right. Okay. You think he's going to go to? He's not going to go to Chelsea. Come on, Jürgen. Let's be fair. They're not going to do that. No. Oh, you reckon he might end up at Leeds? All right, we'll go with that. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, if he goes to Leeds, that'd be a good experience. You know, relegation battle, etc. But, you know, cool. Right, cheers, Jürgen. Speak to you later. There you go. You had it in first, Nutley. I hope that answers it. My direct line to Jürgen Klopp. People didn't realise I had one, you know. It's like, yo, Jürgen. Right, Terry. Let's end in with Terry. I do like his outfit. I think it suits him. Grey, a bit more grey with a bit of colour down the back. Geek and Jürgen are besties. Absolutely. I'll let you Google it. I think so. Oh, got him again. Dear. Sorry, Keepy. You should never stay in the same spot. Just logged in. You even had the drop on me. You would have seen everything, sorry.
It is not Terry.
Right, let's grab that.
Will you hear my
Hello.
plight? Let us help you bring glad tidings.
I haven't
friend.
got enough sigils. I must have spent them all. Hand them in. I've only got 29 left. No, I can't. I haven't got enough. So I actually cannot hand in. But at least I know later on Terry this week. I can actually hand in on when I get more sigils for the weeklies. Bottom kicks. Oh, right. So that's going to be for later in the week. Right. So let's log out again. Yes. We need to hand these in. Gold. Always believe in your soul. You got the power to know. You've been. I don't know why that just came into my head. Oh, it's because yeah, that actually said gold. And that just triggered it off in my noggin. Oop. Right, there we go. Right, we're gonna hand in some stuffs here then. Mm-hmm. Hey. I don't think he's on Twitter. He doesn't do social media. Doesn't Jürgen. He just doesn't understand it, so he doesn't actually do it. He's like, no idea what it all is. I don't get it. Don't do it. To be fair, he's probably got that much time on to do. Well, he's got so little time that he's like, what do I want to do that for? He's so intent on football and everything else. So. Oh, there's a kin here called House of Cats. Excellent. Yeah. Oh, the singles. Oh, right. Let us pass.
There is much to be done.
There is much to be done. Right, so these are 74s. I actually know where they are. I can actually see them. Right. Oh, there they are. Anonymous. They are anonymous. Yes, indeed. I was deep into a dwarf. Let's 50. Yes, it's quite a phenomenon that you got followed by Liverpool FC. The thing is, it'll probably never change either because they probably follow thousands. Or actually, you can probably look at the Twitter account and actually see how many people they follow. Yeah, they follow 369,000 people or accounts. You're probably not going to ever get off that list. Not unless they totally wiped out their whole followers list. Right. On the damage over time. Oh, what's that? 61. Quick shot damage. Well, you know. You can't help it. When a club of such quality wants to follow anybody, we obviously haven't got a standard. Gamma cream. That's a 66, that's a 66. Okay. Oop. These all to 67. And last one. There. There we go. Excuse me. Can't technically do anything else on this one, rather. Because I haven't got any of my other stuff It's so time to switch to the Berg. Oh, that's where I was, wasn't I? I was just heading towards Felagoth on the book quest. Le Book. Le quest. Quest of Le Book. There we go. Boom. Pissing it down outside now. It's actually raining. Unlucky. Lucky. I should be so lucky. Gazwell. Yeah, you see, Keeper, you light up every room. Yeah, sadly I can't. I've got these fucking great big things blaring into my face. Come on, you Berg. Right, so after my little, hey, why haven't we got any burglar builds in our burglar build channel on Discord? We've actually got a burglar build. I'm going to have a look at and just double check what's mine in comparison. Email and stuff. Yeah, I can delete that. Okay, so we know that one already. Then I get rid of that as well. Boink. So yeah, he still needs a bit of work on the old burglar stuff as well. Shocker, I know. Absolute shocker. Right, let's open up. So we got silver for free. The Rakenishu, how you doing? Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon indeed. I reckon I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna say I'm gonna get a boost. A boost on the silver. Where you normally get in basic. Yeah, so basic as usual. He's keeping it basic. Yeah, I'm going to go boost. I'm feeling confident today. I'm feeling confident, so we're going to get a buff. But I did get a scroll of finesse. Right, so 50 virtue XP. Let's just plunk that into something. What are we actually leveling at the moment? Loyalty. Okay, that's all right. And plunk into there. There we go. Right. So just looking at this build. How's he got on his red line? No, it's not the one. It's the wrong side. You fool. That side. Ah, you see, he's gone hardly anything in Mischief Maker. He's gone near enough. Yeah, full red. Apart from Stun Dust. Okay, quite like that. He's done that, but he's actually gone to practical trick and trick removal damage as well. Oh no, sorry, I've gone that. He's got that. So he's gone 3 out of 5, but I've gone the extra morale there. Okay, I quite like that build. Like the yellow build as well. Hasn't really gone into anything in the blue. He has on that one. So what's that one then? Melee damage. Yeah, that's not bad. See, I don't know why. Why would you go stealth level? What do? How did he set? Well, stealth. See, I don't think there's much point on that. I'm gonna. Oh, it's so confusing as a build. I'm gonna put points into that. We're gonna go with that one. Actually going for these traits. Yep. So loyalty. He's got zeal instead. Rating. Yeah. Suppose. Should really. That one, yeah, he is leveling loyalty on the yellow, so that's obviously a yellow trait as well. So, but yeah, he's definitely got wit. Definitely, he's gone zeal. I might start leveling zeal. Confidence and determination. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. Right, there we go then. So here we are. Soon as the entrance of Felagoth in the northeastern reaches of Erin Lasgallan. Right. Let us head all the way to Erin Lasgallan. I'm not going to hang around this part for any length of time if I can help it. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to get off the horse and then I'm going to throw myself off this. So I don't get fall damage, then get back on the horse. All right. Now you'll have to wear your headset, but just make sure your microphone's muted and yeah, but also the camera has a one as well. And, wow. Scan while we're here. Boop. Andy's gonna love me. What she just put in kin chat. Dear. And he's going to be coming in a bit, and she's going to be like, "How rude! How rude!" She's just got the title of Marinus Grey Company, obviously for reputation, etc. And I went, "Oh, congratulations!" And then I put matches the hair. And then she called me a cheeky T star T, so you can fill in the blanks there. And then said I've got to go on the naughty step, my lad. Oh, you're getting well told off by someone from Yorkshire. Was here for getting some hyper juice and curios, so this is delayed. Was chatting to someone else in the kin about why they don't take loyalty. Turns out mitigations give more defensive than vit. Yeah, probably do actually. I mean, vitality is obviously an increase in hit points, but this character for me, I'm just more bothered about solo stuff. He's not going to do any kind of group stuff because he's not set for that. I think the problem is some classes you can near enough get away with the same virtues, traits, etc., and not have to switch around. Yeah, other classes you have to have a different setup. You know, like Guardian, the prime example, you have to have a totally different setup for tanking. Whereas I think something like a hunter, you could probably get away with similar virtues, similar setup, and you just change your stance. So, you know, maybe a bit more blue line, you know, that kind of thing. So, yeah, it's horses for courses, what you want to do. Wow, I forgot how long this takes. I'm going to get onto the war steed, I think. Taking a while. Oops. Wow, as soon as I get on the war steed, everything goes darker. Now I can't see shit. It's not even turn night time. Whose idea was this? Riding along a road I can barely see. I feel like one of those rally car drivers now. I need a co-pilot saying me 300 left, followed by 600 straight, sharp 400 right. I don't know how they do that. That is putting your total trust in somebody getting their details right and telling you, because all you're just pinning the shit to the floor and then just trying to point you around the corner. Quite remarkable. Right, whoop, there's the corner. Wow. Whoop, right turn. Oh, that don't help when the old war steed goes backwards. So difficult to see in this light. Barely see. I feel like I should turn the gamma up massively. That'll cure it. Right. Okay. Left turn. Along here. Another sharp left. Whee! It's going a little bit brighter now. Here again, I can see. Then we're going to be venturing off to the left. Do you know what? I haven't actually got up my Twitch chat. Sacrabert. Right, so you need the path of the company. It will load off the path by the light of torches. Indeed. Indeed. Right, there we go. That's the stable master.
What can I do for you?
Right, just while I'm here, let me just bring up my Twitch chat. Oh, remiss of me. Up. Yeah. Come on. Thank you. Right. Keepy has done a couple of things just while I wasn't looking. Yep. That's why I was bothered. I didn't have it. I didn't have them set up. So 1 second. How Rudy McRudy. Good read. Keepy's probably thinking that as well. Make it rain. Not there. Right. Hydration. It's the old orange juice today. It is actually still raining outside. Make it rain. Boom. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I know some of you have heard me say that I might need to reinstall Windows at some point, and I was going to do it on this week off, 2 weeks off anyway. But my PC had been behaving itself until today. For some reason, some app, or whether it's Windows itself, is just freezing when it's trying to load certain apps in, and I don't know what it is that's doing it. I've tried disabling things, I've tried putting other things in, re-enabling it, and it's still doing it. Now there was a recent update that Hark wants to make it rain as well. Boom, there we go. That's the 2 done. No more make it rains. I forgot what I was going to say then. I just completely knocked myself off track with noticing that to make it rain. Yeah, But oh yeah, sorry, the latest Windows update did actually fix it, but then all of a sudden it's reverted back again. I don't know what's causing it. So probably Tuesday, I'm probably gonna have to try a reformat, which means I'm probably going to be out of action that whole day because there's a hell of a lot. I mean, Windows itself doesn't take long. It's all my programs that I've got to reinstall. And then before I actually do that, I've got to make sure I back up everything. And that just takes a while. I mean, luckily everything else is on separate drives, but I still need to then link them back together and all that kind of stuff. So, all good stuff. All right, let's talk to Lim Lang at the entrance to Felagoth. Boop.
The king himself told us to expect you.
We don't see many of Durin's folk this far into the woods. That can mean one thing only. You must be Gazbo. The king himself told us to expect you and hasten to you when you arrived. In we go. Into Felagoth. I actually totally missed all this area when they launched it. Totally and nettily. The good thing is you can get on your horse. Excellent. How you doing, Hark? Good afternoon, everybody. Anyway, who we got? CK is obviously here. Jimmy's in the house. How you doing, Jimmy? Keepy Magic Misty. Good afternoon. Adency Terric. Lemony Lime's back. Luno. Oh, Chris Miller's here. Rick Runic. How you doing, Runic? Ryothskus. Wow, I think good evening, good afternoon, good morning to you all. Fancy my mate Chris being here. Are you not in Remochant? He's not even... What? Chris, you're not even online. Oh, did he? Oh. That must have been when I was switching characters. Runic. Oh, you're at work but doing okay. Work on a Sunday. What's that all about? Shocker. Oh, right, okay. I never saw that then. Excellent. Glad you're alright anyway. I know it's a bit shit having to work on work in general, you know. It just gets in the way. Where are your friends now and what are they doing? Demanded Thranduil. Boop. Right, chapter 6.1, the Halls of the Elven King.
I welcome you to the halls of Felagoth, and to the greater wood of Erun Lasgala.
Enjoy the comforts of my halls and the conversations of my people. My scholars study the artifacts from Dol Guldur, and if any sign of this Bugdatish is found, you will be called. You express your concern about keeping artifacts from Dol Guldur within his halls, and Thandril nods. You are very wise to be wary, but my people have much experience facing the corruption of Sauron. Did they not resist its influence for the many years of darkness that gave this forest the name Mirkwood? They will be vigilant now and will learn what safely may of those artifacts. Now we'll learn what they safely may. Alright, of those artifacts. Yeah, that just did not read right to me to start with. That done. Any that cannot be cured and retained will be destroyed. Worry not on that score. Right. We talked to Legolas in the throne room. Leggy's down here. There he is. Get this funny feeling Rockmaster's on the same quest as me as he dashes off.
I am delighted to see you in my father's halls.
I think Gimli would appreciate them as well if he could put aside the grudges of his sire, who spent some time imprisoned in the dungeons here. Yes, I have heard the story. Glowin and the others of his company are fortunate it was not my duty to guard their cells, or they might still be there. Much mischief might have followed them, but it seems likely Smaug would still trouble the north, so let us be glad the watch on the drawers was not a princely duty. In truth, I have not spent much time at Felagoth, not since I was young. These caves are home, and they remind my father of his own younger days in service of his liege Thingol, where I prefer wooded glens and sunlight. My father seldom emerges from his halls, save to hunt and feast in the nearby woods. Instead, he sends me to accomplish his desires in the wider world, and I relish those errands. I would not have attended the Council of Elrond were it not so, but that is a tale you know. I invite you to explore Felagoth while you are here, Gazbo. Visit the dining chamber, the room of study, and the waterway bridge, and speak to a number of elves you encounter. You'll find them pleasant and welcoming no matter what Gimli and his sire might have led you to believe. Oh, magic's up to 1, 2, 3. It's easy as ABC. Right, let's get on the horse. horse, of course. Or a pony. Right, talk to Gondil in the room of study. Dining chamber and... oh, east of the throne room. Go. This is King Thranduil's dining chamber, but there's no feast today.
I fought at Dargolad, but more than half of the Wood Elves did not return from the war.
When the last alliance marched through Rovanian on its way to Mordor, none were turned away who swore to march against the Dark Lord. Men of Long Lake, dwarves of Khazad-dûm, and the elves of divided Greenwood, west and east, stood side by side. I fought with my brothers and sisters at Dagorlad, but more than half of the Wood Elves did not return from the war. Lost 2 were our kings. Thranduil ascended to the throne, and though he is not a Wood Elf, he never forgot the sacrifice of my people. He led us wisely and well during the years since the Battle of Dagorlad. He is the Elven King, and I am proud to serve him. I know he will one day depart from the Undying Lands with the rest of his kin, and leave this land to be ruled by Wood Elves. I will celebrate his rule when that day comes, and speak much praise for Thranduil's swift stream. That day is soon approaching. You know, I did not actually know that that was Thranduil's surname. The whole crew got wiped out in that heist. Shocker. Shocker. But Thranduil's swift stream. Earthier smiles, anticipating the day the Wood Elves will rule Erin Lasgallen. Almost sounds like they're just putting up with Thranduil. Right, actually, where... okay, so down... yeah, okay. So let's head south and then east. Oops, there we go. Down here. Yep. Everybody got wiped out. Wipe it out, wipe it out. This is a room of study where scholars pore over the artifacts from Dol Guldur. Sounds like they're not really working, they're all dancing and singing.
Our scholars hope to cleanse the artifacts brought from Dol Guldur of their evil.
Our scholars study the artifacts brought from Dol Guldur, hoping to cleanse them of the evil that blankets them. I hope they prove able, for that was once our home. It is true, I speak not of the fortress. No, the fortress of Dol Guldur was wholly constructed by servants of the enemy, but it was built upon the bones of the Elfall that once stood upon the bald hill, abandoned at the advice of Coronir the White. He believed the darkening of Mirkwood could not be slowed, and King Thranduil heeded his words and led us north beyond Argador, the narrows of the forest. He settled at a rocky spire in the mountains of Emlarg, overlooking the source of the river Luthond. Thranduil named this hill Carastilion, and the whole stands still, but it stands empty. The darkness of Mirkwood spread, and our retreat from the southern reaches of the wood was not to be the last such retreat. I do not wish to speak of it, I'm sorry. My happiest days were spent in Carastilion. Speaking of it now brings the pain of their loss anew. Boink. So, okay. Down to the north. Yeah. Oh. Get through here. Oh, so we might be able to. Maybe. Get into here. There's the bridge. The air is cool and damp with the mist of this river channel.
These caverns were carefully shaped over hundreds of years.
Now their beauty is a comfort to me, so too is a reminder that even amid darkness, Wood elves and grey elves working together can achieve works of grace and splendour. So too can it be between elves and dwarves. There's been trade between our people to be certain, but that is a history troubled and long. There may now be friendship and peace between elves of the wood and dwarves of the mountain, but it was not always so. In Erebor, the lonely mountain of the dwarves, their miners unearthed a shining white jewel of unsurpassed brilliance. King Thandriel believed it must be nothing less than one of the lost Silmarils and demanded to see it, but Thrain of the dwarves refused. Thandriel shut the gates of Felagos to the dwarves, and only the council of Mithrandir and his assurance that the white jewel could not be a Silmaril repaired those broken bonds of friendship. They were later strained again, but of the necklace of Girion it is not my place to speak. Ask the Prince Legolas of it if you must, but I will say naught of it. His throne apologised for a sudden reticence. What did he say? Pestilence then? Wow. Reticence. Indeedy, indeedy. See, I'm not being funny, but Thandriel, really, or Thranduil, just comes across as a bit of a dick. He's like, I want to see that jewel, I think it's one of these, and the dwarves were like, well no, you can't just demand that. Oh right, I'm going to shut the gates. Yeah, I'm just going to cut you off there. Yeah, I always thought in the films as well he was a bit hasty. And I don't mean in the sense like a wood ent. Let's not be hasty. Oops, wrong way, that way. I think as well, not being of the wood elves yet ruling there, obviously seem to char against some of them. But yes, while he is the king, you know, yeah, he's not a true wood elf, but ruling in the realm of Mirkwood. Right. There's always three sides to a story, sadly, and Thranduil's side is barely represented. True, true. It just seems that he's just a bit grumpy about everything. And he causes as much problems as the dwarves did. The dwarves, admittedly, were stupid, because they're just angry.
How did you enjoy your
Yeah, three sides to every story. Yours, mine, and the truth. There was an album by a band called Extreme that was called Three Sides to Every Story. Yeah. Yeah, more than words. Yeah. It was a 3 CD. Free. How did you enjoy your exploration of my father's halls, Caswell? You share your experiences of Felagos and ask Legolas about the necklace of Girion mentioned by Itheron. He stares at you in silence. That is a subject about which my father prefers not to speak, and I will respect his wishes. I will say only this. The Gweremir that was crafted by dwarves and gifted to the bride of Thingol, my father's liege. When he was murdered, she cast it away in disgust, and it was lost for thousands of years. It came in the end to the dwarves of Erebor, and seeing it there inflamed my father's anger, as you can surely understand. When Smaug came, my father turned the dwarves away, and they became a people in exile. I am not proud to recount this to you. The matter was resolved in time, and I do not wish to dwell upon it. There are dangers and troubles enough to face for now, without dwelling upon old injuries and half-forgotten insults. See, why did the bride of Thingol actually throw away the the gift? And then the dwarves got it back. I mean, she threw it away. Seems a bit weird. And it was lost for thousands of years, and it ended up in Erebor. Now, the backstory to that is, how did Thingol's bride be... I mean, it will be known, I'm sure. But how or why did Thingol's bride get murdered? Oh, no, sorry. Well, Thingol got murdered, rather. And why did she cast it away in disgust? Why did she not want that gift? Weird. the dwarves involved? That might... Ooh, I don't know that much of the lore.
Let us instead look to the dangers that await my
Interesting to
people
find out.
in Aryan Lasgalan today.
Let's instead look ahead to the dangers that await my people in Erin Lasgalan today. It is mere hours since I returned, and already I've heard tell of orc spies in the forest. We should seek the scouts my father dispatched and see what they have learned of these spies. Gardellan and Denalas patrol the wood southeast of Torek Emel. Let us go to them and hear their report. Ah, Torek Emel. Isn't that the wonderful place that no bugger can find when they try and get there first time? Here. But we did remember how to find it. Literally, I think it's from this area here. If you go directly north, there's a channel that leads through. Most people end up going all the way around it. But if you literally go through here from the south, I can't remember if it's here, but this closest point here, then there's a pathway through. The dwarves man the jewels, I think, and with the necklace beyond that, not sure, though I believe Thandriel considered it Elvenor because it was paid for, and the dwarves due to its possession. Yeah, I just don't understand why, if she discarded it and threw it away, that it, you know, a lot of people, you know, might say, hey, we didn't know what it was, or yeah, it's turned up. Why we would get pissy with the dwarves. She threw it away. He discarded it in disgust. Wasn't, you know, that they stole it or murdered, so who knows? There needs to be a little backstory to that, I think. This is where I mean, I think that Thandriel has a lot of angst in him for seemingly no apparent reason. I suppose it could be one of those where he's got upset about something that the dwarves did, and then everything from that point on was just, you know, made things 10 times worse, even though in reality it was only a minor thing. Nozzle. Sneeze. Ah, Sneezy McSneezy. Right, so we are going to follow the path for a little while. Yeah. It's going dark in here again. Oh, right, from the Encyclopedia of Arda. Thingol's doom came upon him when Beren brought him a Silmaril from Morgoth's crown as the bride price of his daughter Luthien. He summoned dwarves from the Blue Mountains to set the jewel in the Narglamir, the necklace of the dwarves, but the dwarves became so enamored with their work they slew Thingol in his own treasury. Wow. See, there we go. Now we know why Thandriel was a little bit pissed. Because the dwarves just got kind of treasure lust. Yeah. They delve too deep. See, the dwarves actually were a bit of a pain in the ass in themselves. I mean, Mines of Moria, delve too deep, unearth a certain big thing. He was so disgusted by the bride price, the dwarves took it back when it was discarded, and Thranduil saw it gained as treachery. There we go. Well done, Keeps. I knew you'd find it. I thought I'd dangle that carrot and just say, we need to find out a little bit of the backstory on that one. And then lo and behold, boom, there we go. But it's good, it enhances our understanding of why. Because there's a lot of things... Again, people will skip that in the content. You know, they won't necessarily read it. They won't understand why. But now we know why. This way. Hey, hey, man the bridge. Oh, yeah. Now we know. Right. Stood there. Oh, pokey. you were called Pokey, you'd have to have a surname, Mahol. No. Pokey. Pokey Mahol. Hey, what you need to have in your life. A bit of Pokey Mahol. Oti Mabuti. Only if you're lucky. Lewis is like, amen to that. How you doing, Lou? He sneaked in. Nobody saw him. Right. So we need to venture off the path somewhat shortly and head north into Torek Amel. Right, so let's venture off north right about now. Fairly certain. There's a pathway through here somewhere. Get through here. Right. Oh, I think I'm going too far the wrong way. I'm gonna pull the dog. Pull the dog. Bear's not happy with me either. Ah, found it. Always do the grey bit. Right, here we go. There we are. I found it. Oh, stuck in a briar. Whoop. Still stuck in a briar. Let's get off the horse. I just love how these strange plants that we've picked up in Argonite, they appear here, and then they'll also appear in Minas Morgul. When you actually go in through Minas Morgul and where the Merivale are, they ask you to collect weird plants, and that's one of them. Over that way, hopefully. Right. Swim in. With that Erebor scan. The elf scout Gardeling calls to Legolas and warmly waves to you. Hope he didn't just shoot me.
Any friend of the prince is friend to me also.
I bid you greetings and courtesy and safety in the wood. There are orc spies beneath the canopy of the wood, and they have stirred some creatures to wakefulness with the tramp of their filthy boots. I don't know what has brought them hither, but any errand of theirs is certain to oppose the will of Thranduil. Dinalas went in search of them in the direction of Calastilion. Before you follow him, will you slay some of the foes the orcs stirred in their wake? The foes in Erin Lasgallen. Yes, got kill some stuff. Didn't turn around in time, unfortunately. I'm tempted to get my spare camera and connect it via I haven't got a long enough USB cable to all the way to there. Yeah, they can't hear it. My old microphone used to be able to. Yep. Right. So, find Tillion. Oh, sorry, Dinlas near Caras Tillion in Last Garden. And we've just got Reforge of Plenty. Blimey. Right. Every weapon I have is level 60. So that needs a Reforge and a half. Right, let's just do that now while we're here. Let's do that. Okay. Bang. Right, so now we need to get rid. We need to deconstruct on these. Oops, hello. Don't read him. Go. Oh, not that one. Yeah, that one's only 50. Did not see that one. Right. That one we don't want to get rid of. Nope. Right. So time to recon. Wait, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. That should be all. Deconstruct. Deconstruct. Gamble. Yes. Stupid. Yes. Up. There we go. Right. What we now need to do is slot some other ones in. There we go. Boom. There we go. So we should now have a fair amount of these things. Is a good amount. Over there. All these things that can go into our vaults. Boink. This thing's not really worthwhile. Boom. As you can see as well, we've got rid of some space. Right. Let's find Dinnerless. Oh, we're back way over there. So we're going out of here now, aren't we? Oops. If you ever struggle to find... Oh, there. I'm totally stuck. Wow. The way into Torek Amel, literally this points the way. So if you follow that as a little arrow, in that way. And the wolves. Yeah. That way. Oh, always believe in you. got the power to lose. Right, there we go. So, back along the route. Da-da-da. Let's switch to the war steed a little bit quicker. Not much, just a little bit. Still bucketing it now. Still lobbing it down out here. Good for the plants. Good for the plants. Oh, Geordie's got bright sunshine in Cumbria. Wow, you lucky devil. Yeah, I think it's been just kind of sweeping across from that side, if I remember rightly, from the weather report. So, yeah, I think you might have had it overnight and then all of a sudden it's heading our way. But lucky you, Geordie. Nice part of the country is Cumbria. What? Cold? Jeez. Yeah, it's not like you've got anything else to put on. Duh. Oops. Whoop. Person. Right, still dark there. Heading in roughly that direction. Yeah, okay, follow the road. Then next junction, take a right. No. If he says milky, he'll be upset. Right. Yep. There we go. Onto Dinnerlast motions quietly to you and Legolas, drawing you near.
How has the prince fared on your journey?
It is my pleasure to meet you, Gazra. Tell me how the prince has fared on your journey beneath the trees, if you can spare the tale. Long ago, at the king's request, I taught Legolas much of his woodcraft. I hope he has lived up to my high expectation. Dinnerlast laughs, and although he is a new acquaintance, you can tell his laughter comes easily and often. There is no time for such friendly stories. You have arrived too late to aid me with the orc spies. I slew one of them already, and the rest fled into the trees. If you wish to see my handiwork, he lies right over there. You find a filthy parchment amongst the orc's possessions. Let's have a little read of that then. Pretty decent, though. I could probably have put a second shot of espresso in. Use just one as I drink something called Death Wish, which is pretty strong. Also, vanilla syrup would be nice with it too, but for the first attempt, I'm satisfied. Spelled wrong. Right. Letter for Karazgar. You cannot hide from only for long, Karazgar. I command you report to me that you know of this thing, this bug-to-tish at once. Delay will only deepen the punishment you will suffer. Thrachnul may be dead, but if you chance my anger, you will long for his cruelest attentions. You will wistfully remember his devices and his tale, his flaming brands and his cells. Return to Gorgoroth and give me what I seek. Risk not the ire. So, or drink something better than coffee.
The orc carried a letter from its captain? Show it to the prince.
It may contain some information we can use against them.
This letter is interesting. Are the Gurzul of whom Mithrandir speaks not united?
This letter at least speaks clearly to me. Ulrikor and Karasgar are at odds, and the captain of the pit seeks knowledge only possessed by the Weeping Warrior. Perhaps they will draw each other's blood and save us the effort. I know that is unlikely. If you will enter into Karastilion and defeat the foes that lurk within, I will set my mind to considering our next steps. I once called Karastilion home, and seeing enemies within brings sadness to my heart, and though it has been many years since any of my people lived within its walls. Right. Up we go. This is a bit of a grumpy dumpy place. I remember being into a few times. Mm-hmm. 10. No wonder. Jeez. That'll keep you awake for a while. Oh, they detect your stealth as well, I guess. Yeah. Right. So spirits are going to detect me, are they? The armored shadow may not. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm still. Oh, he does. He detects. Bollocks. Okay. They're not going to be easy to deal with. I wonder then. Oops, wrong one. If on the loadout of having Leaf Walker set to 10, basically +5 rather, would be make them harder, or would spirits always set to, like drakes do? Well done, Mr. Babe. Well done, you've made it to Bree. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, Sam's in the house as well. Sorry, Sam, if I didn't see you there, but welcome, welcome, welcome. Mr. BT. Oh, yes. Definitely a starter. You just need to go to sleep, you do. What do I do with this one? Get rid of that. Let's just... There we go. Everything I've just got is going to need a reforge, that's the problem. Yeah. Item reforge. So I've just put everything in, so they've all reached level 10 already. Oh, hungover. Oh, Sam's been on the old sauce last night. Been on the sauce. Boom. Right, these are going to be toughies. So what we're going to do is we're going to stealth. We're going to do that. We're going to turn that one around. We are just about to gonna riddle that one. And then get this one on. Get the aim going and then hit. Hello. That was close. Hey, these are difficult. Not easy to take on when they're certainly ranged. There's those two down there. I'm not going to take them one just yet. Nope. Right, let's just go wandering through here. So yeah, even though I had one riddled, see, they're problematic. I'm hoping I can fling that through there, maybe. There we go. Is that going to go hidden? Come on. There we go. Wooden chest appears. Up. Now, can we find anything else? We need 3 more. Oh, there he is. He's wandering, so he's okay. We can deal with him on his own. There we go. 8 of 10. You did? You did? Still hammering down. He's good. I don't need to water anything. Right, one more thing we need to kill. Hoping one of these ghouls will come alive. I don't want to take on them 2 armored shadows. There we go. Spirit. I'm going to take him on as quick as we can. There we go. He's down. I'm turned down. Right. So we can get out of there. Lickety split. To be honest with you, Mr. Babe, I wouldn't bother with a house that early on. I have a premium house and it's the only one I have. I did have a smaller house, but I ended up selling it because you won't generally go back to it. I would invest money, if you've got coinage, in unlocking your vault. So obviously go to a vault and increase the capacity by adding with gold. Okay, you'll get 2 options. You'll get one with LOTRO points and gold. So use your gold to unlock your vault. Also shared storage as well, which you will share between all your characters on that server. Yeah, vault space is more handy than house space because you'll be able to access your vault more often than you will your house. So definitely unlock that first. You get to a certain point with the vault and the shared storage where you can't unlock anymore, and then you have to use LOTRO points to unlock it any further. But you don't have to do it straight away. So, right, so back down the hill. Let's see, why don't I just get on the horse? The horse, of course. Down we go. Right.
I have given more thought to the words of Ugrkor.
Every avenue upon which my mind travels leads to no answers. This artifact called Bugtatish is not known to me. Indeed, beyond its name, I know nothing of it. It seems I share that trait with the captain of the pit. Can you not hear the desperation underlying his threats to Karazgar? Whatever this artifact may be, he fiercely desires word of it. Very curious. We should return to my father and give him the news. He'll be most interested in that which distresses our foes. How you doing, chaotic barbarian? Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. Hope you're well. Right, so back to Thandril. Ooh. Let's avoid them, shall we? For the time being. Right, it's that way. Right, here's a classic example. Don't always believe what the minimap is telling you. Okay, because this quest, for whatever reason, isn't set up correctly. It says, I've got to talk to Thandril in his throne room in Felagoth. Now, we know Felagoth is there, which is directly north of our current position. However, as you can see on the minimap, in the top left, top right-hand corner, it's actually saying that he's 19,107 meters away. Which isn't technically correct, because that is where the instance is. If we imagine we backed out of here, all around the world to areas we cannot get to is where they hold certain instances. So when you go into Felagoth, it is an instance. Basically, it's a separate part of the server. It's not kind of open world in that sense. But you can see he's actually sat there. But it's actually saying we need to go 19,000 meters in that direction. No. Don't follow it blindly. Imagine it is a sat-nav. They do sometimes go wrong and don't necessarily take you down the right roads. So just be mindful of where you're heading. Keep checking your mini-map. Your main map. And then you should be heading in the correct direction eventually. Whoops, I've missed a turn off myself. Back round. That way. Where's the path? There it is. Considering this is the main route towards Felagoth, it's not very well trodden. Okay, I'm doing well, leveling my Bioning. Quite annoyed because of the double XP. I'm 5 levels too high. Could be a thing, but I'm just steamrolling everything. That makes it's a very strong class. Very strong. I've only played mine a little bit, and I'm going to Valar him to level 120 because he's on the other account that Magic uses. You can actually buy an item. I'm just going to see if it's in my shared storage somewhere. Yeah. It should be somewhere. It's the tortoise shell. Where the hell is it? Because it is shared across... Oh yeah, Stone of the Tortoise. You can actually buy that from the store. And what it actually does is experience from monster kills is disabled and XP from quest completions is disabled. So whilst you'll still earn certain XP, killing anything and handing in any quests will stop it. So you can slow yourself down technically on leveling if you want to. It is quite handy, and sometimes you do it or have it for certain areas that you don't want to be able to level. So do consider that, chaotic. I'm not too sure how much it costs in the store. I don't want to thought it'd be too much, but yeah, Stone of the Tortoise. $95 LOTRO points. Very scruff. I knew it wasn't a lot, simply because, you know, it's a small item, essentially. My OCD is completely against that idea. Fair enough, fair enough. Cool, yeah. Yeah, see, the extra XP is only for people who are VIP, obviously, which are subscribers to the game. Never get mixed up with being a subscriber to this channel. CK used it quite a lot. Yeah, I mean, technically I could have used it at some point on my other characters because I was above level. And I was kind of outpacing things which you do from time to time. Sometimes you seem to be behind, other times you seem to be well ahead, but there is a selective time and place to use that tortoise shell. Or the stone of the tortoise. So they should give you one for like 200 LP for the pebble of the hair. That gives you 200 XP. Hey, I'm all for the world of equality. If you got to have the tortoise, you got to have the hair. Hair today, gone tomorrow. They're like mine. Cool. I don't like out-leveling expanses. I come and go from the game a lot of city content as appropriate where I can. Yeah, true. Right, chapter 6.2, Spies in the Forest.
Legolas told me you adventured in Karastelion and beheld the ruin it has become.
I'm glad of your efforts within. Did you learn on to the artifact Bugdatish or the Weeping Warrior? Not a thing.
The artifact Bugdatish might have been taken by my warriors out of Dol Guldur.
They may have an advantage over Ugracor or the Gilzil Gazbo, but the artifact Bugdatish might have been among those taken by my warriors when we departed Dol Guldur. The scholars of my realm are nearly finished with their studies of these treasures. The wizard Mithrandir has come to Felagos and speaks with them even now. Go to him in the room of study southeast of the throne room and learn if any of the artifacts will be the one prized by Ugracor, or if any possess a connection of some kind to Karazgar. There we go. Right, we will probably ding very shortly, so 116. Now, can we get that way along? No, you can only get through there. That doesn't take you through because they're the cells. Okay. Yep. That way. Yeah, I think there's only probably one or two areas in the game where you'll feel like you haven't got enough quests. The rest of the time, you do feel like you got too many, which is a good thing. It means there's lots of content, but yeah, I think there's only one or 2 points, and it's usually, I always think about round level 25 to 30 that you're thinking, right, where do I need to go? And you go all the way through the Lone Lands, and then you think, ah, crap, I now need to go all the way to the north, into the North Downs. But sometimes you can be back and forward trying to level. But it's certainly good that we have that problem, first world problem, obviously. But it's very, very interesting. In here, where are you, Mr. Andir? Up here. There you are. Mr. Andir sees you approach and knits his eyebrows together with concern. He's gonna give me grief now, isn't he? Grumpy git.
I grew tired of waiting for news from you.
Yeah, there we go. See, so, not hello, but I grew tired of waiting for news from you. I knew he was gonna say that. Grumpy old git. I prevailed upon Gwahir to bring me hither. I spoke at once with Thranduil. His scholars have been sorting through the artifacts rescued from Dol Guldur, but they say they have not found what I seek. There is no wonder in that. How can they hope to find this artifact, this Bugdatish, while they know nothing of it? Such things do not come labelled for easy study. They say to me, Pah! I should say to them, and now I say to you, Gazbo, Pah! Well, he's in a feisty mood, isn't he? We may not know what form the Bugdatish might take, but if the Gurzyl desire it so badly, I believe the thing will be enwreathed with a powerful aura. But these scholars insist they have not found such a relic in the small hoard of artifacts taken from Dol Guldur. The wizard pauses. Hoard, did I say? That is not the only such hoard known in the parts of Middle-earth. Smaug himself assembled his own hoard of treasure when he still lived. When he died, it was divided into shares amongst the dwarves and men. Some came even to Thranduil's elves. Might the Bugdatish have been part of the treasure hoard? Ask the Elven King of this possibility. Yeah, I get to go ask all the stupid questions, so they're all going to turn around and say, how rude of you to ask. And where have you been? Why have you taken so long? And all that shizzle. Yeah. Right, round we go. Round and round and round. Well, thank you very much for all you 24 wonderful people that are joining us this afternoon. Thank you very much. Yeah, well, Saturday nights can be a little bit funny at times. Sometimes people are in. Obviously, Saturday nights are generally a time for doing things if you are going to do it. Right, chapter 6.3, Hidden in the Horde.
I do not like to speak of that horde, as Mithrandir knows.
Mithrandir sent you back to me so quickly. The artifacts from Dol Guldur hold no answers to his questions, Gazbo. You offer Thranduil the wizard's suggestion that the artifact Bugtatish might have been part of Smaug's treasure hoard, unremarked upon and unnoticed. I do not like to speak of that hoard, Gazbo, as Mithrandir knows the dragon sickness that lay upon it caused much trouble in the hearts of your people. Indeed, even men and elves became embroiled in the fighting over it. The hoard and its treasures were divided among the victors following the death of Smaug. There were many and valuable, and included the Arkenstone and the necklace of Gideon. If the artifact Bugtatish had been contained within, it would surely have been accounted in the wrecking of shares. The Arkenstone lies with Thorin Oakenshield in his tomb beneath the mountain. I saw Bard laid upon his breast myself. As for the necklace of Gideon, which I knew in elder days as the Gwaramir, it was made of gold and contained 500 emeralds. It belonged then to the bride of my liege and disappeared for thousands of years until reappearing on the neck of King Thror, as it should never have done. It was all I desired of the hoard. After the death of Smaug, the necklace went to Bard, but in his wisdom the bowman took the necklace apart and gave his gold to the good dwarves and the jewels to my people, and so were those bonds repaired. I think the artifact sought by Uglakor cannot be traced to the dragon hoard. Your folk and the men of Dale may tell otherwise. There we go. Right, talk to Mr. Endearing. Oh, he's appeared behind me. Right, here we go. Will we ding? No, apparently it's a continuation again.
The dragon hoard.
This is the problem with the epics. You get continuation of continuation. You don't generally get a lot of end. Thranduil speaks truly from the... do you know... right, I'm just going to see if we can find the stone of the tortoise in the... 100. It is 100. It's this experience disabler. It's listed under. It doesn't actually come under the. Yeah, it does actually list it. The item binds to your character when you equip it. Delivers a stone of the tortoise. Note: only disables experience used to gain character levels. Does not disable. Disable legendary item, war steed, or crafting experience. So you will still level. There we go. Thranduil speaks truly. From the hoard he desired the necklace of Gideon, though he knew it not by that name. He coveted no other wealth, not even the Arkenstone. I had no idea about that, Gazbo, but this is not the place to recount it. Suffice it to say that if the artifact Uglakor desires did end up in the dragon hoard, it is Erebor that must be searched, not Felagoth. The wizard lowers his voice so as not to be heard by Thranduil and speaks to you in confidence. You do not need to tell them. You do not need me to tell you this, Gazbo, but that does not change the fact that elves and dwarves have a long and demanding history. Both peoples have often bickered over their treasures and perceived slights. Thranduil said it was the wisdom of Bard the Bowman that the necklace of Gideon he separated into the component gold and gems. He said too that it was Bard's wisdom that the gold and gems be given separately to dwarves and to the elves to repair their sundered bonds of friendship. Which was the advice I gave to Bard, Gazbo. How often must wizards repair the bridges burned between elves and your own kind? But for now, it seems the road leads from Thelagoth. Make for Lorglond, settlement of the Raft Elves, and seek word of Karazgar and of the Bugtish. I will follow shortly and meet you at Erebor after I've concluded my own business with the Elven King. Yeah, well, at the end of the day, as long as it kind of slows you up, which definitely it will do. Annie, how you doing, my dear? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hmm? Oh, yeah. Excellent, excellent. Ah, you see, now this is a prime example, and you know, right, we don't realise is because you don't have notifications turned on. Just as Magic was just about to type that. So you can get notifications, you get emails, you can even get push to mobile notifications. And it dings up, and then you will know at any point, wherever you are in the world, even if you're on holiday, you know, when the world lets you, in the Mediterranean, or in the Maldives, or even as far as Australia, in the middle of the night, I could be live and you'd get a notification and think, Geekbyte is streaming. And you'd be overjoyed. It would bring you wonderful news. And if anybody believes that, they believe anything. Yeah. Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Woohoo. Oh, right, hang on. Hang on. Right. That was Michael Jackson, apparently. I just found a Michael Jackson soundboard. As you do. You know. Wanging it down. Absolutely wanging it down. You see, Annie, see, this is the joy. It would ping. If I could get it to ring you, I'd get it to ring you and say, look, you need to answer this. Yeah. We've just got light drizzle now. Yeah, we've just got light drizzle now. Right, so we need to go all the way down here. So let's get on the steed of warness. Wary steediness. I'm sat in shorts and t-shirt. Magic's got slipper socks on. She's got jeans. She's got a fleece on. Well, I work outdoors all day. I wear shorts most of the year. Oh dear. Ooh, hang on, I missed that question. Sorry, Mr. Babe Tide. I'm still a little confused to who the Dower Hands are. They seem to be corrupted dwarfs who follow Skorgrim, correct? Skorgrim is a king of old, and the Dower Hands, the epics will explain upon the Misty Mountain area, but they're basically descendants of Skorgrim and others. And he's like, fuck it, I'm not getting dressed today. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sam's just hidden under a blanket, not doing a great deal. Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, Keepy is not just Keeper Ellis, he is a keeper of knowledge. He knows his shit. And that's all down to punctuation. Or spelling, rather. Right, we're on the right path, literally. Is it steak night tonight? Oh, steak night. Once a week treat. Why? Who else is coming? Yeah. The only thing is I've used much more into it. Whoop, hang on. Where the fuck did the path go? Took my eyes off it for a second and now I've pulled something. Oh crap. What's going on? Where'd you have a go at me? Oh, it's Orc Hunter. Fuck it, let's take him out then. Boop. Nice. Oof. Literally, I just completely and utterly lost the path there. Oh, very rude. Just the path turns to kind of stone pathway. I remember researching the Dwarven afterlife beliefs at one point about 10 years ago. I lost all memory of that now. Age for your keepy. Age. As long as you can remember to go to the toilet and not shit yourself, you're still compos mentis. When you forget that you're in trouble. Right, there we are. There we are. Nearly there. I just want to call this Legoland. It's only a few spelling away. It's been called Legoland. Right. There we go. Let's speak to Nembadeth.
Greetings to you.
Oh,
Are
I
you
might
lost?
get a ding here. I might get a ding. Greetings to you, Stout Axe. Are you lost? Have you become like a barrel upon the forest river, travelling from the halls of the Elven King, downriver on your way to Lake Town? Ah, but alas, you're fetched upon the bank, and now it falls to me to dislodge you with the long pole. Hold still, and I will set you going again. Wow. Nembadeth laughs merrily. Pardon my jesting, friend, and tell me what brings you to Logland. I will set you going again with my words and not my staff, I promise you. Will we ding? Yes, we do.
I wish
There
to
we
help
go.
you, and help you I shall.
16. Splendid. I'll be celebrating a drink of water. Ah, dear. We got who was in there? Obviously, Hark's here, Sam's here, Annie's here, CK, Jimmy, Keepy, Lewis, Magic, Misty, Mr. Babe, Nettlebrew's in. How are you doing, Nettlebrew? I don't see a Terrick, artist Chrissy, welcome. Churras Quista is here as well. Doodle, let's do this. Lurks, Chris Millith is still here. Rimastino, Ryoskus, Sadist Kitty. See, I said your name right this time. Yay. Not Sadist Kitty. Sadist Kitty. Thicker. Treus 78 VNK and Virgo Pros. Oh, he's pissing it down. Is it in Stockholm, Hark? Ooh. Mr. Better, what's not a flashing warning on my screen when doing certain prologue quests? I'm assuming that it's just to signify danger. Seems a bit out of place. A flashing warning on my screen when doing certain prologue quests. I think what it'll probably be saying is that certain prologue quests, if you complete them, you might not have access to other things. I'm just trying to think, but I've never seen a flashing warning. Nothing like go wah, 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 that kind of thing. Right, these names are unfamiliar to me, friend. Karasgar, Bugtatish, blame me for focusing on the river and my duties alone, but such curious words are the province of lords and princes, wizards and adventurers, and not Nembadeth of the Raft Elves. Trade is my charge, and in that I excel. Still, I wish to help you, and help you I shall. Most elves have few dealings with the men of the lake, but the raft elves cannot stand aloof if the trade is to continue. It may be the men of Lake Town know the names you seek, and I can help you gain their good graces. Travel to the front gate of Lake Town and introduce yourself to Varthrek. He is one of the guards there, and you'll show him by my crimson hair and beard. Tell him you have come from Nembedeth and the Raft Elves, and he will see you have whatever information you require. I helped him obtain from Pelagoth a present for his young son, and he will help you in memory of my aid. Onward to Lake Town, friend Barrel. I have dislodged you, and with my help, your course will be swift and true. Boom. Oh, it's a plugin. Ah. Wow, I've never actually seen that then. So if it's mentioned in chat for whatever reason, it draws your attention. Ah, I see. Interesting. Never knew that. I mean, I do get a notification in stream chat when somebody mentions it, but it's not like it doesn't like flash up or anything. But right. So. I never actually noticed that on the map there, that this pathway to the fields of Selduin or Kelduin, which is down there, but that takes you into Rovanian, but that would obviously be here. So I actually reckon this, the East Bight, the Narrows, and possibly Eastern Mirkwood might get opened up, because there's a lot of things here, the Brownlands as well. Oh, Palantir, yeah. Let's have a little newsy. No, I've never actually had a good nosy around here. I usually just get there and then dive into the water and then swim across. A big place, really. Larger than you expect. That's what she said. Just a tip. Okay, let's go on the horse and let's head down here. Just gonna be nosy. There's obviously seems to be a pathway through here. I want to actually see where it kind of leads. I've never headed this way before. I suspect it will just come to a mithery end. Well, basically, Monster Player is the PvP area. It's in the Etten Moors. Yeah, I'm just thinking I've never actually been down this way. Entering Long Lake down here. I'm going to have a little bit... yeah, so it is the PvP thing. You can play as a monster against players. So it's the Free Peoples of Middle-earth, which is your characters like this one and the one you're playing. Or you play against the Creeps, which is the... obviously, see there, it's just blocked off. Can't get there. But there is a treasure cache. You'll want to find one of the treasure caches. Because... not many people will come down here, will they? So let's have a look. Where's that pathway? So that pathway goes up into the hills, up into there. So that's an easy one to open up, but I bet when you get around that side, you can't get anywhere. They've made it definitely impassable. Even on the war steed. Yeah, player versus monster player. Yeah, see, you can technically get up the hill, but invisible wall. Yeah. So that's as far as you can get. Not going to let you go any further. Yeah, that's as far as you can get. Uh-huh. Wow. That was a little bit of lag as well when you go there. So yeah, that's pretty much it. As they tend to do from time to time, they'll just block it off. Certain areas you'll never get into. There's Lake Town, and beyond that is Erebor. Right, off we go. Speedy McSpeedy. Right. Some very large bones there. I wonder who they could belong to. Let's have a nosy. Flora of the Dale Lands, Esgaroth of Old. Okay, so you do get a bit of XP for that. Ooh, Black Numenorian Warrior. What are they doing there? How rude. Esgaroth Thief. Always baffles me to put these kind of areas in that you never actually ever come here that I know of. I've definitely never been here. Oh, do you come all the way back down here? Alright. Alright. The bones of Smaug. Yeah, there he is, rotting away. Big beastie. Want the soggy page? Alright. There we go. See? I thought there must be. I'd never been down here. Never. Yeah, Benga, Esgaroth, smuggler, and a captured raft elf. Okay. Oh, Black Numenorians all the way over here, eh? Interesting. And legacy, even Keepy's calling it Legoland. Quest skipper, absolutely. I am at the moment because I'm kind of accelerating past it. I'm trying to keep up with the book. I mean, I'm getting 11,000 per kill. Redonkulous. I am Thorin, son of Thrain, son of Thror, king under the mountain. I return. Swim, swimmity, swim, swimmity. Yes. Oh, and D-spam sends you here too. Right, okay, yeah. Okay, what's my character spam got to do with it? Right, it's coming out a bit sunnier, brighter now. At least it's at least 5 degrees warmer now. Oh, Thor's partying with the giants. Oh, you got thunder. Ooh, there we go. That's what the blue text is, the D stuff. Yeah, I've seen that popping up all the time. Obviously, it kind of follows on, or following of the storage from certain books. Right, here we go. Up the hill we go. There's the res zone. Not intend on using it. Point that.
What can I do for you?
That's what
What
she
brings
said.
you to Lake Town?
Oh there, stranger. What brings you to Lake
trouble
Town?
here.
I hope you intend no trouble here, for there is turmoil aplenty without adding to it. You assure Vathrak that you intend to cause no disruption, and Nembedeth of the Raftel suggested you speak to Vathrak directly. Ah, Nembedeth is a friend, and I trust her judgment. Though she is more flighty than the others of her kind I have met, and seems more a woman of the lake than an elf of the wood to me, she obtained a very smart wooden carving for my son Savar on his past birthday, and he prizes it above all. For Nembedeth, I will help you as I may. What do you need, friend? You asked Vathrak if he had heard tell of Karasgar, the Weeping Warrior, and he grimaces. Too often have I heard that name. He is a constant source of trouble in these parts, and seems often the wellspring from which our pain comes. Though he is rarely seen. Whether he buys his agents with coin or with promises I cannot say, but I am certain more hands than his own our work of misfortune. If you ask around town, you may learn more. I wish you well for Nembedeth's sake, but keep your wits about you. I do not want to tell her that the stout axe she sent to me met an unhappy end. There we go. Right. Ask around Lake Town for the tidings of Karasgar. Sure, that'll be perfectly fine. Who's going to be worried about that, eh? Let's be fair, we all know what happens, I'm sure. Townsfolk lower their voices and eye you warily. Down here. As before, the townsfolk fall silent and wait for you to move on. Sure it was. Colfith nods at you, a welcome change from the other townfolk. You should be more careful with that name, friend. Folk are on edge to hear about, and it's said the Weeping Warrior as he is everywhere. I might know a thing or two about him you might find of use. Colfith peers into the shadows. We should not speak of him here. Go to the Dragonbone Inn here in town and tell Fasty outside that you're a friend of Colfith. We won't be disturbed there. That's Fasty.
You are a friend of Colfith? I will show you to a table inside.
Indeed. Shocker. Yeah.
Follow me, friend. Colfith will not be long.
Oh. I'm sure Colfith will be along to speak with you shortly, Gazbo. There are 2 taverns in Lake Town, but the Dragonbone Inn is always full of patrons. The noise makes it most well suited for conducting discreet business. Well, knock me sideways, legendary gift box. Boom! Well done, Keepy. Very good. You need to over this stout axe. This is one of Colfith's friends. I don't want any trouble here, Fasty. There's one table around the Vic, maybe in the back. No, right here by the fire. Fine, over here. But you gave me a fate stat tome. Have a seat, maybe buy a drink or two. Colfith will join you soon. Yep. No idea what I don't know what that actually did by looking at that. Yeah, I just looked at that fish trophy and it didn't seem to do anything, even though it was actionable. Right, talk to him. Fisher deed. Well, they are, because it's nailed to a wall. The fish are indeed. They're certainly not alive. Not from around here, are you? Keep to yourself and cause no trouble, and you should have no problems in Lake Town. I have lived here all my life, and I come here often to Dragonbone Inn for Ranvik's finest ale. Why, it hasn't been almost a week since the last brawl. Time passes swiftly in safety, I suppose. The man of Lake Town spends most of his time in the Dragonbone Inn, deep in his cups. He has no information for you, or does he is in no condition to share it with you. Fair enough. The patron of the Dragonbone Inn has had more than his share and plays with you with no mind. Okay. Bloody blah blah. That's 3. See others. Didn't realize you get around the back. Round the back. That's right. Do you think hello there, friend. I hope you do not mind my intrusion, but I have not seen you at the Dragonbone Inn before today, and it seems to me you must have an interesting story or two to tell. This is my 3rd favourite drinking spot, and I never miss an opportunity to sample the local brew whenever chance brings me through Lake Town, as it has today. Another opportunity I never miss, learning more about the folk who crossed my path and the adventures that led them to cross it. The dwarf laughs heartily and strokes his beard. I'm called Outhie Gemcutter, and I am at your service, of course. We dwarves must stick together no matter which land we call home. If you hail from the Lonely Mountain, as I do, or if you come here from lands more distant. I'm something of a traveller myself, but in recent days I have remained closer to home, focusing on my craft. I find the most joy in fashioning complex trinkets and improving my handiwork. Of late, I have been less successful, I'm afraid, but it's not just my craft that suffers. Here we go. Someone's been asking questions they shouldn't. Really? Basti said there would be no trouble, Colfith. Basti doesn't make the rules, Ranvig. Is this about you, Casbo? Seemingly. At least take your quarrel outside. Casbo, I want to ask you some questions. I'll ask away. The town is built upon the Lake Gazbo, and the water rises and falls around it. There is an order to this place. If that balance is upset, Lake Town suffers. You should know your place here, Gazbo. Dangerous to ask questions about Kara's guy here. You might not like the answers. Don't have any business here, stout axe. My boys will teach you a lesson. Is there room in the lesson for one more? Stay out of this. Off. Keep out of a fight. Not my speciality. Take the ball. Nice. Two more. You drink to the patron who knocks out Colfith. Yes. Think. Anybody? Finish them fasty. What's up? I give up Colfith. Come back. For me. Long past someone stood up to Colfith. He has been a source of much trouble for the patrons of my inn, and I'm glad he has been put in his place. He will not dare show his face around here for some time. When he does, I wager we'll have no trouble finding folk to show him the door. true, he worked for Karazgar. Explains much about his dealings and about the company he has kept. Good riddance to him. You, however, will always be welcome at the Dragonbone Inn, Gazbo. How you doing, Homely? Welcome, welcome. You are my friend. Keep his foot on magic. You were asking about the value of stat tomes. I got up to rank 15 of will on my Lawmaster, goes to 20 max. And at this rank, it gives a grand total of 443 will. A drop in the ocean, really. Unfortunately, it doesn't scale to character either. Yeah, I mean, if they're only giving you 443 will, it's a little bit pants, really. What character do I mean, I have 95, and I don't even use will. So, when you see that, like, agility, which I am stacking, is 9,586, but at level 130, I can see that it would potentially be... Keepy, what is your will, for example, on that character? Are you 130 on that said character? I'm just thinking because obviously you can stack will with obviously gear and stuff like that. But very well, thank you, Homely. Very well. 72,000 with not gearing massively for it. That's raw gear and no essences. Yeah, so even if you took 443 off that, are you going to really notice that? I mean, what's the percentage of that? 72,000. You're probably talking not even 1%, is it? Way less, way less. So. Have you? No. Okay. Yep. Well, technically not. You're on a training day, aren't you? So technically, she doesn't actually need to be, but yes. So yeah, back to school tomorrow, and then work as normal from Tuesday when all the delightful children will arrive. Long time past since someone stood up to Cold Fifth. He has been a source of much trouble for the patrons of my inn, and I'm glad he has been put in his place. Not dare to show his face around here for some time, and when he does, I wager I will have no trouble finding folk to show him the door. He worked for Karazgar. Knows much about his dealings about the company he has kept. Good riddance to him. You, however, will always be welcome at the Dragonbone Inn. How's he? That was invigorating fight, Gazbo, and all the best because I did not expect it. Perhaps I must have elevated this tavern one place in my personal ranking of drinking spots. Now it is my second favourite. My third. I always have time for a good brawl and a refreshing ale. Let us speak outside, Gazbo, and I have something I'd like to ask you. Out we go. It's a fine brawl, but such fights are not as good for talking.
It was a fine brawl.
Better able to talk here.
I like you. You are good in a fight. That much is clear.
You're also good at holding things in confidence. You're sure, Althea, that you will not betray his trust, and he tugs on his beard thoughtfully. I've worked at my craft for a long time, Gazbo. My father and my brothers are jewelers, and no small skill celebrated throughout the kingdoms of our people, and I too achieved no small success in that field. For dozens of years, the gem cutters had no equal, and the pieces we crafted were so fair, even the most judgmental eye could be made to weep at their beauty. I cannot have seen them, because if you had, you would remember. Something has been happening for the past few years. None of my efforts of late have achieved the same level of success as my earlier work. None of my pieces seem to sparkle as they once did, and others of our kind have reported a similar waning of their crafts. Have you noticed such a decline happening to our people, Gazba? Some discussion underway at Erebor, and few can agree on the cause. They've taken to wandering, trying to come up with an explanation for this decay. I was on my way back to the mountain when we met and had found no solution. Your quest has given me an idea. Could it be that Karasgar is responsible for this decline in our craft skill? He is active in the area and has no love for Durin's folk. Perhaps he has worked some evil against us. I invite you to return to Erebor and share what you have learned of the Weeping Warrior with King Thorin. It might be that our problems are related. I encourage you to slay some beasts on the way, my friend. I will as well. You there. Right. On the way to Lonely Mountain. Kick ass. Pretty much. La 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 la. Dylan's ball. Take him on. Boom. Indeed, Beast Slayer. Boop. Marvelous. Dylan's wolf. He could be behind him. Point. Howling Wolves defeat wolves in Eris Lasgallen and the Dalelands. We'll do that as we go up, I'm sure. Erebor Scan. Yep. Bear. Feral Battle Cat. More balls. It's about if I could just find the there's the wolf. Oh. You're warning you into your trousers. Mm-hmm. Oh, boom. I don't actually remember where is a really good place to find the the wolves. I can't remember if it's up around that building there. There. Erebor Scan on the way. Is Erebor itself? Ow. Rock. Point. Marvelous. That one. An area where there is quite a prevalent amount of wolves. Take on the bear. Bit of a necessity. Boom! One shot. Boom! Get out. Stealth. Normally that's just wrong. That's just. Where? We just do. Turn around again. Indeed. So we've got 5 wolves on there. Seven. Oh. I don't know. Shocker. Coming to my own stream and get insulted. How rude. How rude. Sacreblurred. Yangavar. Yeah. Yangavar. Really don't want to get involved with the rest of them. I just thought I could tie the two in together with doing the wolves and the beasts. Yeah. Indeed. There's not many people I've ever banned from the channel. Very few, very few. Yeah. I belay that order. Do not. Yeah. Marvelous. Right, wolf that. Here we go. I'm not going to stealth. Right, that's 8. Don't throw it on the floor. I end up with a big tree trunk. Makers of trouble, troubles of makers. Right. Need 2 more wolves. I'm not sure if there's any more wolves. That's the daft thing, is it doesn't actually show where the wolves actually can be. Just anywhere. Anywhere. Anywhere you go. Always take the weather with you. Alright, let's go into Daleland. You make it like your cafe. Right, over there. Find a stable master. What's him?
How can I be of service?
The wolves are indeed in Grandma's house. Boom. Messenger of Erebor.
All is well. And yet
Right, well, anyway, I can pick this one up because I'm heading in that direction. Hmm. Your delectation. Can't read. Yeah, very nice. Right. Hail, Gazbo. I have sent to deliver a message to you by the king under the mountain. King Thorin requests an audience in the hall under the mountain. There are troubling matters afoot in Erebor, and he seeks your counsel and skill to aid him in settling. Well, that's quite handy, because I'm going that way anyway. Right, let's get on the horse. We just need to find... somewhere around here. A couple of wolves. There's one. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Last wolf we found. Boom. Let's advance that. You defeated many wolves in Erin, Lasgallen, and the Dale. Reforge. Be bestowed. Quest of Lasgallen as well. Oop. Reforge. Get some Reforge. Point. There we go. Right, let's go on the Steed of Warness. And let's head north. Wait. Lighted Hero, welcome, welcome. What quest is this? This is basically one of the epic books, which is, well, it's not the epic, sorry, I lied, it's the Black Book of Mordor. It's taking us to Erebor, the Lonely Mountain, the north of Rovanian. Do 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 do. Yeah. I need to actually set my kind of milestone better as well, because I've still got it set to Ruins of Dingath, I think. Let's set this milestone to here, seeing as I'm all the way up here. So we'll bind that there now. And we'll pick up the step.
Well met.
There we go. So that means we anywhere around Dale, Thelagoth, Lake Town, and Materdol I can get to. Obviously back here as well, which is very handy. Let's see what we can. pick up these quests because I don't actually know. Handsome in. Using rep. Nice. Oh, the Delagoth. See if I've got any items I can actually hand in. Sure. Good. Anything.
Holy shit snacks!
Alan Girk, thank you for the follow. Have some epic sax, guy. Marvels. Thank you very much for the follows. Much appreciate them, as always. That's the quest again. Jimmy Whitecrow's leveled up to Gunnery Sergeant. Star 1. There we go. It is. It's a very, very good game. People might say, oh, it's an old crap game. But... oh, Farengirk started 5 days ago. Ooh. Ooh. 5 days ago. Ooh. Right, Mr. Farengirk, or Miss Farengirk. Now, I need to ask you the question. Did you, and I'm going to come out with it because we luckily, Mr. Babetide did, but did you know that before August the 31st, well, before the 1st of September, you could redeem a code called LOTRO free quests? I hope you say yes. Oh, yeah, boy, yeah. Excellent. That's 2 people in 2 days that said they started 5 days ago, and I'm like, oh shit. Well done. Woo. We're still waiting for the first person to be here, like, you know, well, yeah, I didn't redeem it. Oh shit. I'm sure at some point we're going to get that one person. But yes, it's very, very good that you've got the free content. Indeed. Indeed. Well played indeed. Right, task limit is just reached, and that's just given us about a quarter of a level. Nice. Let's just get that quest again. Oop. The rusted scimitars, which I'm picking up. Keepy, wow, just gifted a sub to Farengirk. Views of plenty. Oh. Keepy, what are you doing, my man? What are you doing? Mrs. Thing, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Holy moly. Right, indeed. Farengirk, you now become part of the VIP-nesses. Let me just spell your name right. Farengirk. There we go. You know, a VIP of the channel. It just, I don't know. You just have some absolute VIP-ness. There we go. Yeah, you now sit in the green room with all the other VIP-nesses, as you do. And VIP-nesses are not to be sniffed at. Weird. Yes, very, very kind, Keepy. Thank you very much. You are indeed a gent and a scholar. And we're... See, Mrs. Thing is happy to have VIP-ness. Farengirk, just enjoy the journey. Don't worry too much about getting there. Just enjoy the journey. If it's the first time you've played through the game, enjoy it. A lot of people will be very jealous of that. Same with Mr. Babetide. He started a few days ago as well. And he's doing the journey for the first time as well. So enjoy it. There's a lot to take in. There's a lot to learn. Maybe the second time you might enjoy it more, but then you'll think, Christ, really? Have I got to do it all again? But trust me, you'll get into the game and you'll enjoy it even more. But, ooh, good choice. Good choice. Actually, Bjorning. So you must have paid for some stuff because Bjorning is not... And it's not free, I don't think, the Bjorning. That comes with one of the packages, if I remember rightly. Or you can buy it anyway. But yes, Bjorning is a very strong class. You will find that you will kick the crap out of everything with it, to be fair. Funnily enough as well, ooh, this week coming, If you're at work, I can start my Bjorning. However, I'm going to Valar my Bjorning, Lord of the Rings, all the way up to level 120. For those that don't know, you can skip a lot of levels, but it does cost you a lot of LOTRO points, which is the cash shop kind of equivalent. So I'm going to Valar mine all the way up to level 120. So Lewis, when you're available, we need to discuss that build. Yeah, I don't think I can pick any role in the group. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can heal, you can tank, you can just do quite a bit of DPS on that kind of character as well. So, yeah, and you'll want to do other classes as well. You will, not only will you want to play the Bjorning, definitely try out other classes while you are still leveling that character. And if you are a VIP at the moment, and a VIP not for this channel, obviously we have different VIP-ness here. If you're a VIP in the game, which means you are a subscriber, then currently you will be getting 100% bonus XP on top. Mrs. Sting, I've had my burglar stuck at 45 for 8 years. Sadly, not kidding, but finally sat down and read all my skills through, looked up guys, tier, pros and cons, and I'm really enjoying it. Just hit 75 today. Oh, Tinker, yeah, vocation. That's quite good. Yeah, it's nice enough because you can obviously create all your jewellery as you go along, giving you buffs. So you've got your necklace, your earrings, your wristies. No nose rings, though. But well done, Mrs. Sting. Yeah, I had a burglar at level 32, and he's the kin leader of my former kin. He sat there, he nestled in, not doing a great deal. However, when we got access to the Stout Axe, which obviously is a race of dwarf, we were able to choose burglar. So lo and behold, this is my burglar. He has been leveled from level 1 in January, I think it was. About January I started doing this. All the way up to currently 116. So yeah, it is good. They are slightly less powerful. I think when I got to about 75, 80, we took an actual nerf batting, which is a bit disappointing. But yeah, we were a little bit too strong. But all of a sudden you kind of get used to it again. So, but yes, Farangurkia, I mean, on behalf of Keepy, I'm sure you're very, very welcome. He wouldn't do it otherwise. He's a very sensible chap. But yeah, please, like I say, if you have any questions about the game, if you're unsure, just ask away. A lot of people are experts in their field here, and we can give you suggestions and ideas to push you along in the right direction. So, right. Don't make me sad about my new... To be honest with you, Mrs. Sting, you're not going to notice because you've only been playing it after the nerf bat. Before that, they were a bit more powerful. I remember those days. There we go. Right, talk to Gandalf.
At last you arrive. I have been waiting for some time.
Oh God, he's always grumpy, is Gandalf. Better make your decision. Oh no, that's not the decision one, is it? Is it? Oh, all right. Yeah, definitely. Right, at last you arrived. I've been waiting here for some time now. Althea arrived before you did, and he told me all about your exploits in Lake Town. Perhaps if you spent less time carousing at taverns and more time riding, you could not have kept me waiting so long in the cold. He's so grumpy, is Gandalf. I'm doing him all these favours, and he's just giving me grief. The wizard's tone is gruff, but his eyes sparkle merrily. You and Althea are not the only recent arrivals to the Lonely Mountain. You will find a number of old friends inside, each of them brought hither from concern. Find them on the way to the throne room at the hall under the mountain, and you may learn their purpose matches our own. One more thing, Gazbo. In these lands, I am known as Gandalf, and not Mithrandir. Let it not confuse you. Trying to complete all the quests in Breen out. Funnily enough, that's roughly where Mr. Babetide is. Yep. Which server are you playing on, by the way, Farangeek? I'm going to say Farangeek then. Farangeek, sorry. What server are you on? Right, there we go. So, talk to King Thorin, see the visitors mentioned by Gandalf in the hall under the mountain. Brandywine. Ah, you're on the wine. On the wine. Yeah. It does make me laugh. Some of them are so grumpy and you just think, really? Come on. Annie, I would never say you're 80. Never. No. No. No way. Oh, that is not a backpack. Ooh, that is not a backpack. That is my outfit. That is a full-on suit of presentness. There we go. It's a full-on suit of presentness with a cake topper. See? That. I'm almost insulted. Almost insulted that people thought that was a backpack. Although, when I did that instance last night, it converted my outfit into a cape. Cloak, rather. I think as well, when we have the VIP weekends, people play characters and they see the progression and they get through it a lot quicker, and then they kind of drag them along a lot quicker as well. So that's why I started playing Gazbo again. See, I had a bit of a respite. And for those that you new to the channel, like you, Farangurk, Gazbo, the burglar who I'm playing, he is the only one that I do the talk through of all the quests. On my normal characters, I'll just do like a lot of people will do. Hand in the quest, move on. Hand in the quest. What necessarily? Skim read what we've got to do. Whereas this one, I will literally read everything that's said during interaction. So this is Erebor in the hall under the mountain. To go find some of our old friends. Most of us play on Evernight. I play on Evernight. Magic's on Evernight. Keepy's on Evernight. Mrs. Thing's on Evernight. Annie's on Evernight. Number of Thorin's Oak and Shield surviving companions have come to Erebor. Because we're EU based, so I think Brandywine is one of the US servers, is it not? Brandywine and Arkenstone, I think. TD's in. TD's here. he's going to keep trying. Brandy US, yeah, cool. Annie Ramos, yeah, they should be doing some lobbies really, but the thought of trudging through the same stuff is putting me off, and therefore, and before you ask, don't have enough coins to boost them. Yeah, I mean, that's the at the end of the day. If you've got higher level characters, I mean, I would be tempted even with the LOTRO VIP weekend to start leveling my Runekeeper. I will, because he's 92, I think, something like that. So that's not too far away. But oh yes, you're doing your Gondobon Rocks, aren't you, on Belagaya? Ah, enjoy, TD, enjoy. Right, so we've got Dwalin, we've got Glowing, and we've got Dory. Oh, Karazgar. Yeah, it's what they do because of the music that you can play. Yeah, in game, yeah. Right, Dory.
My travels do not bring me home very often.
Badine made me the mountain's chief hoard seeker. I am often away, wandering in the wilderness in search of lost dwarf holes and treasure caches. Many are the gold and jewels I have found to swell Erebor's treasures, but the fading craft skill of our people means they languish within, unimproved and unused. Terrible pity. Should the Arkenstone be taken from the tune of Thorin? Would that restore the craft skill of our people and enable them to create great works such as they did of old? I once thought so, but I set aside that belief when my younger brother Ori departed with Balin. The argument filled me with sadness, and I had a job to do. I could not dwell upon the grief. Perhaps the decline of my people could not be prevented. Arkenstone or no. I am pleased to see my friends and kinsmen, but I do not think we can recapture our glories alone.
I
Glowing?
prefer when things are simple.
Apparently got a 42 burglar on Evernight. Wow. How do you not realise you've got a character on a level 42 on? How? Impressive, Farangurk. I prefer when things are simple, Gazbo. Should we not have entombed the Arkenstone with Thorin? Seemed the right course back then, and no one argued against it. If the craft skill of our people is fading, who's to say it should be any different if the Arkenstone were not sealed away? Bah! Let the wise bears discuss it amongst themselves. Balin believed the Arkenstone should be removed from Thorin's tomb. He was the wisest of us, but he is dead. Now, this weeping warrior, that is a subject more to my liking. I say we find him, let our axes and hammers do the talking, and give him something to cry about. Nice and simple. It may not solve everything, but I wager it will not hurt. Not us anyway. Dwalin.
It has been some time since we have all gathered here.
It does my heart good to see my friends and distant kin, despite the worries that drew us here. My brother was with us. Balin sighs heavily. Balin believed, as did many good dwarves, that it had been a mistake for the Arkenstone to be entombed with Thorin. He thought the heart of the mountain should be proudly displayed for all to see, and its brilliance would inspire great works of craft and beauty. As the craft skill of Julian's folk began to wane, the research Balin conducted convinced him that stealing away the Arkenstone was to blame. He quarrelled with Dain on the matter, and his disagreement caused the king to remove him as a counsellor. It was the last injury and compelled Balin to leave. He took Ori and Oyin with him, as well as many other dwarves, and they sought to reclaim our ancient home of Khazad-dûm. I did not side with my brother on this. I remain loyal to Dain. He elevated me to my position of steward of Thorinshal. Not a day passes where I do not miss my brother. I wonder if we should have gone with him. Now Balin is gone, and Khazad-dûm is lost. Oh, Gandalf just appears behind you, sneaking in.
I do not know what has caused this decline, but I see some possibilities.
Neither do I know whether entombing the Arkenstone with Thorin Oakenshield is to blame for it, but my suspicion is that it is not. There's another possibility, and in it I see the workings of our enemy. What if the Arkenstone had been taken from the tomb of Thorin without the knowledge of the dwarves? I intend no disrespect for the awareness or guard of your people, all the same, but it may be that the Arkenstone no longer lies with Thorin Oakenshield, and its departure was adversely affected the skills of juries. The tomb must be open, Gazbo, if we are to ensure the Arkenstone remains within. We must ask King Thorin III for permission to do this. Right, we've got a couple of things we need to speak to. Thorin Oakenshield. Up. Doodle up the hill. As you approach the throne of King Thorin III, you notice a number of restless dwarves gathered before it. Cute. Oh, did I pick it? I still only got one. Chapter 6.5, Decline and Decay.
Can Gandalf combat this worrying decline in our craft skill?
I am as concerned as any of my people about this worrying decline in the skill of the artisans, but I do not know what can be done about it. Time before me also did not have a solution. Do you and Gandalf have a suggestion, Gazbo? I am willing to hear any proposal, but I am not confident any solution can be found.
You wish to open the tomb of Thorin Oakenshield?
Ensure the Arkenstone remains within. None could have breached the tomb without our knowledge, Gazbo, and yes, even as I speak these words, I am gripped with uncertainty. If the heart of the mountain has been taken, it might explain the diminishment of our craft skill. The king under the mountain strokes his beard thoughtfully. Yes, Gazbo, we should learn if the Arkenstone still lies within the tomb, or if some enemy has taken it. I alone cannot give you leave to open the tomb of Thorin Oakenshield, for I am king under the mountain and possess lordship of all that lies within. It would not be proper to be open to Mazal Akraz without the permission of Thorin's sister, Dis. Her children also lie in that place, and I will not have their rest or that of her brother disturbed without her leave. She is the keeper of Ravenhill, Gazbo, and that is where you will find her. To her, and learn if she will allow the tomb to be opened. Rest is disquiet in the halls. Hail, Gazbo. May I do my captain tonight? I have to check specs first, though. Go, yeah. Captain's a good choice. I'm pleased that you have returned to Erebor, but I wish it were under better circumstances. It seems only more troubles have come to Erebor since the defeat of the great cold drake Vethug Wintermind. There is much to be said of such things, and I would hear your counsel. Where shall I begin? So there's Vethug Wintermind, and there's Kalisgar. The great cold drake Vethug Wintermind has long been known to my people. When the Longbeard still dwelled among the grey mountains in the dwarf kingdom of Grarik, my people discovered a great delving beneath the slopes of the Rathhorn. They restored it and built upon it, naming it Thickle Gundu, or the Steel Keep in the common tongue. It is true that the first mines and outposts in the Grey Mountains were delved by the Jaluka. The halls of the Steel Keep were shaped by the craft of the Longbeards. I will not speak of rightful claims or of the old conflict between our peoples. They matter no longer. It was a great cold drake that stole Tickle Dundu from us, Vethug Wintermind. Vethug devoured Dane the First and slew his son Thror. Grarik was ended, and if not for the flight of Thror and Gror, the Longbeards would not have survived. Mere weeks after the war had ended, Karasgar drew Vethug Wintermind to Erebor. And though my people suffered great losses, the cold drake was defeated, but not slain. Whether he seeks to tend his wounds or die atop our hordes of old, I am certain he has returned to the halls of Thickle Gundu. Right, Karasgar. Karasgar, the Weeping Warrior. Not since the days of Azog has their name been so reviled by my people. His cunning drew our foe of old, a great cold drake, to Erebor. Dwarves, elves, and men battled against Vethug Wintermind, but it seems our defeat of the great cold drake only served to further his designs for the north. You see, after Vethug fled the battle, Karasgar followed him into Ered Mithrin. By Durin's beard, nothing good can come of that. Karasgar has left us in peace, but he will return. I am certain of it. DP's off AFK. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Yeah, we'll probably have a little bit longer, and then we've got some food to have. But we will have a evening stream, so don't worry. We'll be offline for a little bit, but we'll definitely have an evening stream. Right, there's Nori, Keeper of the Coffers. After Vethug was defeated and Karasgar travelled into the north, I issued an edict forbidding any expedition to the lost halls of Thickle Gundu. It seemed that my people had come to understand my wisdom, or so I thought. It was then I was betrayed by one of my father's oldest and closest friends. Nori, hero of Erebor and keeper of the coffers, had gathered an expedition in secret and set out in the night. In anger, I thought to leave him to his fate, but that is not the way of a king under the mountain. And now you understand, Gazbo. It is true that Vethug Wintermind was defeated, but that does not mean that Thickle Gundu has been left unguarded. Karasgar has pursued Vethug into the Grey Mountains, and there are orcs of Gundabad lurking in the foothills. If the Jelruka hope to reclaim the Steel Keep, it will have to contend with the dangers of the Grey Mountains, and I am inclined to let them. However, their passage into Ered Mithrin has not gone unnoticed by my people. Even now they gather before my throne in anger and restlessness. Listen well to their grievances, Gazbo, and then we will see if I cannot put their minds at ease. There's Gandalf. Now listen here, Gazbo, and listen close. Orinoco-Shield's sister Dis is very old, and she is unlikely at first to be very accommodating to our request. We will look more favourably upon it, I expect, if she were to see the familiar faces of Thorinzol's friends and companions. But not all at once. Such a crowd will set her ill at ease, and she will not allow the intrusion. I think there may be a way. I'm reminded of an old trick that was of use to me during the quest of Erebor, when Smaug still lived, his stolen hoard unrecovered. I will let the remaining dwarves of Thorin's company know my plan. For your part, speak to Dis and be as friendly and as helpful as you may. Talk to this bunch of loonies. Listen. Well, they're not talking to me, thank God. We are forbidden to return to Thickle Gundu, but the Zelruka are. Beast. The Kukundu was wrought by the Longbeards. The Zelruka know nothing about craft. Obviously obviously know nothing of the history of the Thickle Gundu then, do you, Pratt? I think you're allowed to call the dwarf a Pratt, aren't you? I think so. I think we're allowed to. Disquiet in the halls. It is as I expected, but not as I had hoped, Gazbo. My edict was not firm enough to withstand the passage of the Zelruka, and my people will not heed it. Nori has proven that much to be true. I may hold the rest of them back for days, weeks, or even years, but it will not last. There must be another way. King Thorin produces a small missive and glares at it. Nori had left a missive behind when he made for Thickle Gundu with his expedition. I would ask that you deliver it to Dory. I think now it is the time that he learns what his brother has done. That quest is... That actually probably... Ooh, that's actually... Yeah, I should really do that quest because the armor increase over the pauldrons that I'm using is... Well, it's near enough double. So that actually would help quite dramatically. How glad I am you are here, Gazbo. The war is done and the dust settled, yet there is such a wagging of tongues in my halls that you would think the mountain was falling in on itself. Talk runs eastward to the Iron Hills mostly, but that is as much as I can make of it. My displeasure as such gossip is known in this court, and so they hide it from me. They hold no such fear of you, however, and would be eager to pour their rubbish into fellow dwarfs' ears. Will you go about my hall and learn what you can? This tangle of tongues must be settled, and I cannot see how to do so if I cannot learn what they are saying. Right, so we'll pick that one up just because there's a good bit of kit. Right, so we've got to talk to Dis. She's obviously at Ravenhill. We need to talk to Dory to give him the missive, and we also need to talk to some dwarves that are tongue wagging. Hey, what? We'll get on a... Let's get on a goat. Hey! Let's see if there's any tongue waggers around here. Seemingly not. There's Brothy. See one of them? Here's a tangle of tales. In the land before the Iron Hills lies the small Dalish township of Utterby. If rumours are to be believed, Easterlings of all stripes have taken up there, pillaging and striking terror into all who travel through. There's Dory. Uh-oh. What is this? Dory begins to read the missive and his face sinks. This is some trick, Gazbo. It must be. Dory would not have done this. I do not understand, Gazbo. What can compel my brother to act so foolishly? He has lived a life of wealth in Erebor. He is the keeper of coffers. Or he was. I should have confronted him. I saw dwarfs speaking with him in hushed tones. I thought nothing of it. Dory is a dwarf of some repute, after all. If only I knew the names of those dwarves, but wait, do you recall one of them? This dwarf seemed to be one of the line of descended from both the Longbeards and the Zelruka of the East. He was thin on the beard, but any dwarf would be proud to have such a moustache. He is a minor, I think. Search for him in the new lords of Narathak, and perhaps he will be able to explain why my brother has left Golgundu. There's Bomber. We heard of the wounds Lord Nain took in the battle. He bears an agate eye now and a gold ear beside. He sits on the Yarmfast keep in the Iron Hills now, mired in despair, mourning his wounds and his lost comrades, and that he's ordered the gates sealed and no dwarves to come or go. Now strangers from the south, men, yea, and dwarves too, wander the Ironfold as they will. Right, so that's them. Somebody around here that we need to put that stairs down. Somebody there. Not going to dive off there because that's flat. And that's not what we want. Oh, hang on. One there. Margald. Missed him totally. There are strange whispers these days. Whispers of strange dwarves arriving in the Iron Hills. Come from the east, it is said, and have neither beard nor hair on the tops of their heads. Their ears face behind instead of ahead. Furthermore, when asked about good news, they always lie. Also, speaks of bad news, tell the truth. So the whispers say, I know not. Do not set foot beyond the lonely mountains. The fighting began. Oh. Right, anybody? There's Corkmaster, Snarler.
All is well, and yet not.
Lord Nain's new steel teeth, it is said, bedevil him with phantom pains. His eyes, or his false eye too, aches in the dead of night, and he cannot sleep. He's fallen into an eternal black mood, or so I have heard, and has ordered the northeast road into the Iron Hills walled off. The stair at Scarhold's drop broken, so that it may no longer be traversed. Anybody? Like everybody. We've got 4 of 8. All looking through. Cool. Yeah, you can start Spackhorse down there. Oh, there's Spal, Lawmaster.
How I love
Rumours?
the ringing.
Yes, I've heard rumours, but I'm beyond my wits knowing which to believe. The Iron Hills are overrun, they say. The Iron Hills are blockaded. Lord Nain is dead, or he is mad, or he has second sight through his agate eye. All the loss is load of nonsense and idle talk, unless it is not. What someone really ought to do is go there and settle all the rumours once and for all. Then we should have some peace, or at least a little certainty. See, I have an issue with this quest because Thorin, King Under the Mountain, would have sent somebody to check. He would have sent somebody and said, look, just go on a little journey, see what's going on. Have a little conflab with them all, will you? Sort it out. Sort it out. Right. Anybody up here that we need to speak to? Anybody? Oop, Dusty Page. Other side. Anybody to speak to up there? You? Barkwall Keeper. Probably he's after an FFA. Boom. Right, let's head into here. And, oh, there we go. All Trader, Malmi.
All is well, and yet not all.
Did you feel the earth tremble the day the fighting ended? It's just basically it's a little free-for-all fight that goes off. It costs you 100 geek coins. You kind of bet in. Imagine gladiator style. A fight happens. A winner is decided, and they get the geek coins, which are my kind of bot channel points. I did feel the earth tremble the day fighting ended. I feel it as if it were moments ago, though more than a month has passed. Well, and some say the shaking was far more severe to the east in the Iron Hills. Some even say that Yarnfast keep fell to the ground, if you can believe it. Lauric. If any dwarf tries to tell you that Yarnfast fell when the ground shook the Iron Hills, it is nothing but a vicious lie. I have the truth on good authority too, and it is this. It keeps stands, but something blew what was sealed away from being freed, and the dwarves of the Ironfold fled in terror. Everyone. Just as bad. Doesn't know the truth of it. Not the truth of it. Right, there we go. Right, so we need one more person. Are the rumors actually all inside? Right, so it is all inside. We've obviously missed somebody somewhere. There is a dwarf somewhere. As he has not spoken to yet. I think I've sorted it. That's fine. Boom. There you go. Yeah. I think you've missed the M off there, actually, to be honest with you, Homely. Right. Need to find this damn dwarf. Yeah. Yeah. Right, so who have I bloody spoken to then? Somebody somewhere. Somebody I haven't spoken to. I think I had this problem last time. I actually kept missing one person. I'm not entirely sure where they were. Little bugger's hidden somewhere. Nope, not there. Up we go. Right. Oops. Game just lagged. Right. Nothing there, so we'll go across the bridge. Stairs down. Right. That will. Yep. Go down the stairs and hopefully find somebody down there. There's always one that you miss. Always one. I think we're having steak with sauteed potatoes. That'll help magic with very shortly. Oops, I'm stuck on the table. I think this this character Burglar of the leather rim must be doing exactly the same quest. Yeah, I definitely think he must be stuck on the same quest as me. Or they must be. Nothing's picking up. Nope, Brothy's not there. Yes, that's all them. How you doing, Baz? So where the bobbity jobbity is this last dwarf? I wonder if he's outside. Ah, I bet he is. I bet he is. But it's that we need to speak to. Oh, I think of his bloody name. No, it does say everybody's downstairs, but I'm not sure that they are. Go outside. Well, not outside. Oh, we'll see if we can go right outside. Ah. There we go. Yeah, he's just got AFK as Keepy. But not to worry. There's always one that I always struggle to find, and I'm fairly certain the bugger. He's got a quest there, but there's that's the task collection box. I don't remember. 'Cause it's still saying inside, but... yeah, it doesn't show you there, Baz, at all. Not at all. It's now showing you as going offline. Right, so Tangle of Tales. There must be somebody that I'm absolutely bloody missing. Really annoying. Yeah, it doesn't actually tell you where they are, but there is. They're definitely inside according to that. Margal, Snarler, Spall, Belga, Bomber, Lauric, Malmi, and Brothy. I think, is it Belga we've not spoken to? In the main hall. One of them I haven't spoken to is in the main hall. In. Let me in. Hopefully. It's still showing us not online yet, Baz, if you're trying to log in again. It says he's in the main hall, but I'm not too sure if they all said they're in the main hall. Whether they're hidden down a bloody column or a post. There he is, Belga. And how many times have we run past him and not seen him? It's the name always overlays the ring.
Greetings, friend.
So this is word from the Iron Hills is this, that the Easterlings only feigned retreat, gathering their forces anew just beyond Alken. Then, not 2 days ago, under cloak of night, they flooded the Ironfold and hold it in complete blockade. That is why we have no other word from our brethren there. Dale is all but lost, and we must ourselves prepare to seal our gates. Right, so let's just quickly go and talk to King Thorin again. See what he's got to say for himself. Relate the rumours you heard, and Thorin listens intently. As you finish, he thinks for a moment and then speaks. From my own people, I have heard 7 wastes of breath and 1 single, half-sensible thought. Would you be a good burglar once more and go tell Spall, the lawmaster, that he should come and stand before me? Ooh, he's going to be loving you. Come on, Spall. You've been coming. Been summoned. Well, loggy. Me? Aye, before King Thorin. Oh, I must surely have stuck my foot in it now. My foot in what? Oh, Gazbo, I can't imagine some rumours about me spread. Surely that is it. I would last to hear. Well, I suppose I shall hear it now. Gather your wits, Spall. You're a proud lawmaster. Not to mention you've already done anything. You've not done hardly anything wrong. Oh, very well. I shall be there directly, I suppose. There we go. Ubernos, the Undying. He is. Should be next year. Thorin the Third. Ah, there you are, Spall. Good news. Please be at your ears. There is a matter for which I wish to speak. Right, so we can grab these, which are very handy for me, because they're a massive upgrade over them pauldrons. We'll grab them now. Okay. Gives us a quaff. is a bit of an upgrade, but not too much, so I'm not too worried about that one. So I'm just going to stop that one right there for the time being. Deed bestowed, yes. Boink. Where did they go? There. Right, we'll put them on. Put them over there. Jobs are good. Manager. There we go. Excellent, excellent. Da-da. A little bit of a right, boys and girls, I'm going to stop there. We've been streaming for just over 3 hours. A short one just right now. We need to go have something to eat. So Magic's just feverishly starting to cook downstairs. I'm going to go join her and carry on cooking with her because we've got some steak to cook. Oh, yeah. We'll be back later on. We are going to do more Gazboo. We're going to do more of essentially that. This is the talkative burglar. That's what he is. He's a very talkative burglar who makes my voice go a bit croaky from time to time. But no, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're 116 and a half in a few hours with the 100% XP. So thank you very much. Farangirk, thank you for the follow. And Keepy, thank you for gifting a sub to Farangirk as well. A new player to the game, along with Mr. Babe Tide. I hope they're thoroughly enjoying it. Like I say, if you do have any questions, if anybody actually does have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. We'll be back in a little bit. If you do follow the channel, make sure you put notifications on, then you'll know when I'm live. I do tend to put it on Twitter. I didn't put this one on Twitter this afternoon, but I tend to, you know, put it on my social media. So if you do want to follow me on social media, you can there. There's the Twitter. I'm also on YouTube as well. I don't use it that often. And I have my own little Discord that you're more than welcome to join. And if you are indeed on Evernight and you're looking for a very, very nice kin, very friendly, very helpful, and very active currently, please do consider joining us over at the Guardians of Middle-earth. All you need to do is send me a little IM if you've got a character on there that you want to switch over to the kinship, and I can put you onto one of the officers. Thank you very much to Hark, Annie, CK, Homely, Jimmy, Keepy, Magic, Misty, Mr. Babe Tide, Mrs. Sting, Nettle Brew, and Baz Rowinthan. He's the kinship leader, by the way. Yo, look at that. I survived the heist. Boom. Fareka, Arkasaw, Ardency Eteric, Artist Chrissy, Churros Quista, Death Wolf, Daesh, 930, Ella Rune, Phil's Duckman, Flint Town. Let's do this. Liquid Dolls, Lolzo, Lurks, Milithia, QNF Goktis. Wow, that's a hell of a name. Rimastina, Ryaskus, Saddest Kitty, Thicker, VNK Virgo Pros. We will be back very soon. So I hope you can join me later on for more Lord of the Rings, more questing, more talking, and more funsies. But in the meantime, peeps, bye-bye for now. Be good, and if you can't be good, be awesome. TTFN! Bye-bye!